All right, so how much money can you save on a PC build if you went with just all used parts? Whether it's to maximize gaming performance on a personal build, or in my case, to maximize profit on a PC flip. And that's what I set out to do in this video. So you already know, welcome back to another horrible video. It's your boy, I'll let you pronounce the name, and we are back with another not so banger. And today we're putting together an all RGB build featuring a RTX 3060 Ti. So I was wondering how can I get my gaming PCs to sell better, and one thing I was like, RGB. But the problem is there's not that much RGB RAM for a low price. They're more expensive than just your regular shouted RAM, and that's just what I was looking at. So I went used. I was searching and I just went used, and I was like, why stop there? Let's just get everything used. So let's dive into the build and see how much we spent and how much we saved. All right, so first up, let's talk about our main components. First, we got the GPU. This is the Gigabyte GeForce RTX 3060 that I got off my card for $200.50. This card is rocking 8 gigabytes of DDR6 memory. Next, we got the motherboard. It is the Gigabyte B550MK. It's a very budget motherboard. I got off of eBay for $69.55. It's solid, reliable. It's perfect for our Ryzen CPU. And speaking of the CPU, I grabbed this AMD Ryzen 5 5600X off of AliExpress for $83.25. Now I could have went with just the 5600 Ryzen, but I decided to spend $5 more. Really, it's like literally $5 more just to upgrade to the X version and get those extra bits of FPS. The RAM I got off of eBay for $32.10. It is a T-Force Delta, 2 8 gigabyte sticks of DDR4 memory, and it's what's really making, well, it's what is keeping the entire build RGB. Next is the power supply. Now I got this Cooler Master off of eBay. Cooler Master is different. I mean, it doesn't come with a kill switch on there, so that's that. And then when it came to looking for a power supply, I was trying to go with something that's more reliable. This one said new. It's not new. I knew it wasn't new on there, but at least I figured it looked nice and it would work, so I just went with it. It was $48.14. And the storage I actually found off of Amazon, and it is the used Sabrent 1 terabyte Rocket NVMe PCI Lane 3, and this was for $39.99, $42.79 after taxes. Yeah, when it comes to storage, it is hard to find cheap storage, especially in the 1 terabyte. The cheapest I found it is here for this price, but that is used, and then a lot of them are going to 50 plus. So I did save some money on there, around like $10 to $15 on the storage. And I also went with a used CPU cooler from Amazon, and this was only $10.22 at the time. And this is what's going to keep it cool. And I also went with this Cooler Master because of the RGB and it's front facing. And I've seen a lot of PCs like this in Best Buy that sell, so that's what I went with. And you already know the case is a new case. This is the Okino's Aqua 3, so it's a micro ATX case, and I got this off of Amazon. You could also get this for the same price for $60.98. That's after taxes. And then I got the extension cords. It was on sale from Techware, and it was $15.40. All right, so let's talk about the PC. You already know the RGB. Look, even the graphics card got some RGB on there. The performance, you already know the Ryzen 5600X pairs perfectly with the 36 Ti. It's gonna play all your latest games at mid to high FPS performance. But let's talk about if you really do save money buying the parts. Now, the whole total of this PC was $562.93. I think that's well, even thinking how much I'm gonna sell it for. That's $750 on Facebook. But when buying used parts, you really don't save all that much money that you think. I mean, and it's not always beneficial to save that money if you think about it, because you have to worry about the condition of each product, and sometimes getting a great deal might be hindered just by getting something that comes in broken or end up not being reliable. Also, you get no warranties on used parts like you do with new parts, like especially the power supply. You get like a 10 years warranty on that. And then the availability of products, finding the exact part that you want at the price that you want tends to take time, especially like AliExpress. If you're going to shop on AliExpress, just expect to wait a couple weeks, even months, just to get your parts in. So it's not always beneficial, but it worked out in this case. And we're going to be testing gaming. We're going to be testing some games. We're also going to be doing Time Spy, and well, I'll see you in the next bit. All right, real quick, just to show y'all the settings. You already know what's first, Fortnite, but it is 1080p, unlimited frame rate, rendering DirectX 12. 3060 is going to handle that. 3060 Ti is going to handle that just perfectly fine. Everything else is either going to be off, low, and an epic view distance. That's just what pro settings are. Yep. So let's get started. So yeah, that's Fortnite. The 3060 Ti handled well. It was stable over 200 FPS throughout the game. I didn't really have any stutters or any problems with that. The CPU, the 5600X, pairs well with that. The only issue is that CPU temperature. It maintained 88 degrees, which isn't that bad. I guess you will want it in that 70 to 80 degrees, maybe even up to 85, as long as it's not over 90 or especially over 95 where it starts to throttle. But yep, on to the next game. All right, real quick before we start the game, here's the settings: full screen, 1080p, field of view 110. It's just on pro settings. Actually got the video reflex on plus boost, textures 4 gigabytes, everything else on low. Does have map details on high. This is just to max out the FPS. So let's go. Yeah, I don't know where I was coming out. What was that, bro? I ain't got like, so that was Apex. I mean, you could see the frame rate 240. It was over 2 the entire time. The CPU keeps spiking up. I didn't think it reached over 95. In between games, Apex, I don't know, Apex pushing it. I said that, and now it's 96. Apex is pushing it in between games, so I don't know. Maybe repasting it might help, but we're gonna go on to the next game right now, just for now. All right, so Warzone, and before the shaders actually download, I don't even know if they're downloading in the background. It's not even showing me. But we are on balanced preset just to show y'all with all and any upscaling off, and basically whatever they deem that's balanced. And we're going to see how well that frame rate is once these shaders download. So yep, show you some gameplay until then.
Enemy squads eliminated.
The average was 114. So I mean, not bad at all. I'm pretty sure it'll still stick over 100 if you went to 1440p. But let's find out. Now another thing, just the CPU. The CPU is just still up there. It didn't go over 95. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to repaste it, see if that works. If not, I might even just bite the bullet, get a better cooler to cool it down. I just underestimated the CPU. Oh, I didn't fix the GPU or CPU on there, but yeah, the 5600X. At the moment, it just is what it is. But yep. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be running the benchmark for Black Myth Wukong, just to see how well it performs. I do own the game. I haven't played the game yet, but I do own the game. But this is a way to see before purchasing, just to see how your graphics can handle it. Let's see how well it does. I know y'all seen it. It was everything was on the high. The DLSS was set, and it is on 1440p, not 1080p. Because I do believe, like, a game like this with stunning graphics, you will want something that could play in 1440p and maintain over a 60 FPS. And right now you're seeing 70 FPS being maintained and steadily keeping that 60 or above that 60 FPS experience. So yeah, this is the perfect PC. Now, yet again, CPU is running hot above 89 now, 88. So that is that. I tired of explaining that, or tired of mentioning that, but yeah, that was come down. But other than that, the PC is perfect for this game. All right, so we're in Cyberpunk, and yeah, I'm actually gonna do a little ray tracing low, I guess, just to test out the RTX 3060 Ti, and it is going to be on 1440p. All right, so that's Cyberpunk. As you can see, the average was almost 70. It maintains 60 over there. Now with Cyberpunk and stuff like that, I actually wanted to do a little ray tracing, and I want to keep it at 1440p because games like this, and so as you can see, the average maintained over 69, almost 70. Yeah, I put it at 1440p. I did a little ray tracing because what else reason are you gonna go with a RTX card over AMD card, especially the 3060 Ti, if you're not gonna get your graphics at a high end? And this is the last time I'm gonna say this, but yep, that CPU is at 91. And really, that's it for the testing. All right, so I did say that was the last benchmark. I lied. I ran Time Spy. It got a score of 10,311, which, since I paid for the computer, all the parts together, $562.98. The price of performance is roughly 5 cents per, I guess, per point. So so it's very cost effective. This PC is you can play 1080p, mostly 1440p. And all right, just to show y'all real quick, it is running idle at about 56, 55 now. It's going down. It's continuing to go down, 54 while running idle. But yeah, if there's one thing about this PC, it is that cooler. But let's talk more about what I think about the PC. But yeah, other than the temperature, what I do like about it is I like the small factor. I think this is one of the best cases. I know there is no air coming through it, so everything is exhaust, and that's another thing that's not it's another reason why the CPU is running hot. Everything is in there is running hot, but the GPU stayed pretty modest, never broke 80. Other than that, I loved how the black and gray came together, especially with the extensions. We could take that off now. I just wanted to show y'all how well, or how poorly it performed with it on. But with everything being exhaust, I think that's also adding to the heat. But the black and gray extensions, like I said again, the GPU is also black and gray. The motherboard's black and gray. And then everything else is RGB. Like I said, you even get a little RGB on the graphics card. So I love how it looks. Definitely those temperatures are bad. I love how it actually performed. 1080p was a beast. You could also play more cinematic games at 1440p, high settings, even utilizing DLSS because it is an RTX card. But yeah, the score, the performance on 3D Marks, I guess I could say again, 5 cents. I am going to be selling this at $750. Hopefully this one sells. I did sell one PC. It was that 3070. And this one looks a lot better than that 3070 build with the 3060 Ti, which has 8 gigabytes of VRAM. I think this is going to sell. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Until next time.